What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It is your boy Matthew Shack, live on a beautiful sunny day in December here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered, man. What's going on, man? First things first, salute to the unfiltered nation. What a beautiful day. Salute to the unfiltered fam. Salute to the mod squizzle. Okay, salute to all them goony goon goos out there, all the goony goos. Run the likes up, keep the likes up 50%. Last but not least, man. Last but not least, tip your bartender. Take care of me, bruh, because I take care of you. What's Papa Lakin, man? What's Papa Lockin, man? What's Papa Lopakin, man? Okay. Um, I just wanted to get this out of the way because a lot of people have been asking me about it, man. I haven't had a chance to speak on it, but I'm going to go ahead and get it out the way, man. And that is the absolute fiasco slash Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey circus that's going on at the University of Michigan right now with their head coach of the football team by the name of Sherrone Moore and his entire situation, his entire meltdown over some shooby doobies, bro. And people want to know what I got to think about it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's get these likes cracking, bro. All right, man. So here's everything that we know, man. Like I said, man, for me, is this super shocking to me? No, man, because we went through it in basketball. You guys remember Ime Udoka, who was the head coach of the Boston Celtics, had an inappropriate relationship with somebody with the Boston Celtics. Come to find out, it was an executive's wife, and he got booted, lost his job, man. And it didn't help that he was his significant other is very respected. Nia Long, a very respected actress here in Hollywood, who I have had the opportunity of meeting a few times. Very, very beautiful and very classy and all the rest. But with that being said, man, it was more about, to me, it was more about the optics. It was more about the fact that one person was of one race and the other person was of another race, and it just so happened it was a black man and a white woman. And and being that it may, even though we're in 2025, we're still in a very, very racist environment in this country. I don't care if you don't believe it or not. We don't care. Okay, because we don't give a shit if you don't believe it or not. We don't care. Because the people who live it every day, and we don't need your approval, and we don't need your cosign, and we don't need none of that. We know what's going on. If those of us that are in the know what it is. Those of us that experience it know what it is. Those of us who don't want to. Okay? So you're not going to marginalize what I'm saying. This situation is similar because it's involving the same dynamic. You're inviting a coach of a very prestigious, one of the top, I say without question, one of the top 4 jobs in the NCAAs when it comes to football is Michigan Wolverines, man. Being a coach of the Michigan Wolverines, okay. That's one of those jobs, man. You got that job, dog. You could write your own ticket anywhere. Ask Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh, he was unceremoniously, put out the pasture with the 49ers and went to Michigan and stayed over there for 10 years, won a national championship. Now he's right back in the NFL. So this would have been a good catapult situation for Sherrone Moore, but he got caught up in the buns, got caught up in the bunnage, bro. And from what is being reported, this is all alleged, but then again, it's public record. So should do, I just need to just go ahead and say that. I don't know, I wasn't there, but then again, other people were, and it's all documented. So what do we know about it? Because I know a lot of you guys don't know about it, or you heard about it and you don't even understand the big deal. Okay. Well, here's what we know. All right. Sherrone Moore, black head coach of Michigan Wolverines. I can't even remember when I've ever known a black head coach at Michigan. That is a top 4 job in the country, bro. That's Ohio State. That's an Alabama. That's on that caliber, bro. When you're at those kind of schools, what a beautiful opportunity, man, to be a coach of that team, regardless of your race, religion, creeds, or whatever. And from what's being said, he's been in an inappropriate relationship that was substantiated and investigated by the school. So anything that any of you people out there, because there's always a naysayer or 20 who want to try to act like somebody's making something up. Hey man, it's already done, bro. It ain't like, oh, they're investigating and this is what happened. No, they fired him yesterday with cause, meaning that you have violated something that was very much in your contract. It's in the bylaws. It sounds like it shouldn't be a problem, you know, but if it's in the bylaws of the job you're at or the contract that you sign, that you are not to engage with a subordinate, insubordinate relationship, somebody who's under you, you're not able to, you know, date your secretary. You're not able to, you know, go out and book a weekend with your assistant. Like, they're not trying to do that at that school. You know, Michigan is one of them type of schools, man. They've seen this happen before with other people and they don't want it happening with them. And based on what the AD said is that it has been confirmed that he was in an inappropriate relationship. Come to find out, the young lady is somebody who has been there quite some time. I did see her pictures. Her picture is posted. Her name is public. So it ain't like we're putting it out. It's already public. And she's been on that staff for years. She looks young, but she's been there for a while. All right. And what was reported was there was a 911 call. I listened to the 911 call, bro. When you're over here at MatthewShackUnfiltered.com, I don't take somebody's word for it. I do my homework. Okay. I listened to the 911 call. It's been confirmed that it was regarding him. And what was said in that 911 phone call is this: that there was a man that assaulted a woman in her home. That their body called, said there was an assault. The person threatened to unalive himself. He left, and could somebody please come? All right. Of course, they didn't say names or whatever, but it's all been linked to that situation. Sherrone Moore was apprehended by the police at his wife's house, or their house. He's married, 3 daughters. He was taken into custody. He was arrested, and he is still in jail as of right now. So doesn't look like he's getting out because of the level of accusations that have been levied against him. Okay. They also said in the 911 call that I heard that it was due to him losing his job earlier in the day. Okay. So they have not specified whose house he was at. They didn't specify who he actually has been accused of hitting, but it was a woman. Okay. With that being said, the woman in question, she's also white. He's black. His wife, she's white. He's black. Why am I bringing that up? Because it's factual, and that's what it is. Okay. And optically, that's not a good look. It's not a good look, man. It ain't a good look. It wouldn't matter what race she was, but it's really not a good look in that dynamic. Okay. Just letting you know it's not. All right. Trust me, it isn't. All right. And after other reports that's coming out, some of them have, they're not substantiated, but I'll go ahead and read it. Tell you what it is that basically what happened is that there's a accusation that the woman in question, who he had the inappropriate relationship, is pregnant with his child. Remember, he's married. He has 3 daughters. Okay, that's what's being said. Another, unsubstantiated rumor at this point, because we don't know if it's facts or not, but it will come out, is that he had been stalking her for months. That he had been coming by and, doing the whole parking out in front of the house and whatever that entails. And also, it has also been accused that he forced her to have a AB with a previous pregnancy. Okay, so that's something else. It was also said that his wife, he went back home. All this is alleged at this point, but there is a police report that his wife found out about it and confronted him about it. When she found out about it, he also got fired that day. I guess somebody let him know that she was actually, from what she said, his wife, was that she was actually following the other side girl. They were following each other on Instagram. So I guess they were acquaintances. They knew each other, obviously, because she was a direct assistant under Sherrone Moore. Okay. I'm just not putting her name out there, even though it's out there, because you guys can find it yourself. All right. Plus, I put it up, put the hashtag up, but I'm not going to be repeating her name in here. All right. With that said, okay, he threatened to allegedly unalive himself and unalive his spouse. While that was going on, ran out, went to another co-worker's house, busted in like unlawful entry, doing all of this, that, and left the scene. They caught him over there, and he is in jail now, and charges are being levied. Now, the reason why I think that he's still in jail, this is just my opinion, is because they're not granting him bail. I know a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of situations, and I know that, under those circumstances, you can get bail. It won't be super high, or it might be $50,000, or it might be $100,000. You put 5% down or 10% down or whatever, you can get out. Okay, but with that being said, it seems as if they're not letting him out. Okay, so as of now, Michigan, their assistant coach is now taking over. I read some of the tweets from some of the players that are on that team. They are absolutely shocked. They're like, wow, like, what is going on? Can you imagine being on that team and you're practicing with your coach, and then you find out that your coach has been involved with the assistant, one of his assistants, and he gets arrested, and he's threatening to unalive himself and other people, and you find all this out, bro, and now your assistant coach is now your head coach, bro, and you're getting ready to play? Can you imagine that, man? Like, I came all the way over here. I got recruited by Sherrone Moore. Sherrone Moore is known to be one of the best recruiters in college football. And you come there, bro, and you give up your eligibility, and you come there, man, and you find out that your coach is going crazy over some buns, bro. Like, crazy as hell, man. So that's what we have at this time, bro. And to be honest with you, man, they are really going to get him on some terroristic charges, bro. Like, the terroristic charge thing is why I think he's not getting out. Now, what can we learn from this? What we can learn from this is, man, you never know what's going on in anybody's life, man. You would think that a man who completed all those, jumped through all those moats, and with piranhas in it, and sharks, and crocodiles, and all kinds of stuff, and you get to the other side, and you get to be a head coach of one of the most prestigious universities in college football history, bro. The Tom Brady's, the Charles Woodsons, the Jim Harbaughs. Like, come on, man, that school is one of the greatest schools ever, bro. Desmond Howard's and anybody else I can think of that went to Michigan that was a bomb ass football player. You get there and you're a minority, and you got a chance to do what you do, man, and you blow it all on some buns. But that's what people do, bro. Like, he thought he was bigger than the program. He found out he wasn't bigger than the program. So, as far as I'm concerned, who do I have sympathy for and who I do not have sympathy for? I have sympathy for the ladies that are in question. Even though I'm very sure that the assistant that he was involved with knows he's married with children. It's still like, we don't know what he was telling her. We don't know if he was telling her he was leaving her, or he was divorcing her, or if he was separated. You don't know what a cat's gonna say, bro. Okay, guys say anything. All right. So I feel bad for her, especially if she's with child. We don't know if that's been confirmed, but that's the word. That's around the campfire, that she's possibly pregnant, and she may have had to give one up before. But she's a young lady, and come to find out, her father is a very influential person in the NFL. I don't know exactly what he does, but he's involved with the league some kind of way. That's not a good look, and the wife, who obviously didn't know, and those kids. I don't feel sorry for Sherrone Moore at all. I don't feel sorry for that dude, man. You should have stood up and stood on your square, bro, and say, yeah, I did it. It is what it is, man. Ain't no time to cry and threaten and run around and try to scare and nah, dog. You was over there. You got your hand caught in the cookie jar. You shouldn't even have been in the cookie jar in the first place. Okay? You got somebody making you fresh. This is stupid, bro. You got somebody making you fresh cookies from scratch over here, bro. But you're over here in the Oreo box, bro. You're over here trying to steal some Oreos from the grocery store. It don't make no damn sense, bro. You could have as much cookies as you wanted if you just would have did it right. Why you gotta why you gotta do it right there? Why you gotta do it right where you at, bro? I mean, and you know what, man? You know what? At the end of the day, we're all humans and we all have urges and we all have you know, we all have needs or whatever you want to call it, bro. But some people are just dumber than others, man. And I'm going to tell you, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I have friends in the NFL, friends that played in the NFL, friends that played in the National Basketball Association. I have friends that were high profile college athletes. I have friends that played in Major League Baseball. And I have friends in the entertainment industry, rappers, producers, actors. I know a lot of people in a lot of different fields that have all gotten caught up over some buns, bro. And I'm going to tell you who are the most game goofy, lack of control, no DC. If you don't know what DC is, then you're definitely a square. I can't help you about that. All right. Figure out what DC is, man. Go look it up in Urban Dictionary. Maybe it can help you out. It's those football players, bro. They are the most tender. And I don't mean the website. I don't mean the swipe left. They're tender, bro. They always get caught up, man, over some buns, over some shooby doobies, bro. It never fails. It doesn't matter if they're all pro. It doesn't matter if you're a Hall of Famer. Ain't that right, Shay Shannon Sharp? It doesn't matter if these dudes are in high school, college, D1, 2, 3, bench player, water boy. Man, football players are the most game goofy, no game having, getting caught slipping people out of every person that's a high profile person, man. There's nobody who gets caught up more than football players, bro. Nobody. They're always in a DA. They're in a DA situation. They're always in a child custody situation. They're always in a, in some type of grape situation. I said grape. Okay. They're always caught up, dog. And I got guys I know when I was in high school, not high school, but when I was in college, man. Dudes getting caught up with the date grape situation, bro. Guys that I knew, I'm just like, bruh, how are y'all getting caught up with her when everybody knows she's in and out of dorms everywhere? Okay. Because you are a football player, man. And I don't know if it's CTE. I don't know if you're just game goofy, period. But football players always get caught up, dog. Okay. By far, the person who get the most buns is the basketball players. I don't care what rapper you name. Nobody gets more buns than basketball players. Basketball players get the most buns, bro. They got the most game out of everybody. Okay. They know how to juggle. Every once in a while, you see some ridiculous stuff, but 9 times out of 10, basketball players is getting away with. They having their way. Okay. Football players, they the ones that getting caught up. They the ones getting their pockets ran through. All right. Sherrone Moore, bro, you should have just stood up, man. Okay. Should have just stood up and took it, bro. Like, yeah, I'm responsible. You still was getting fired. You wasn't getting your job back. You knew what it was. You read the contract. If you didn't read the contract, read the fine print. Don't sleep with any of your assistants. Don't sleep with any of your underlings. Don't sleep with anybody that's affiliated with this school. Don't sleep with no co-eds. Don't sleep with no cheerleaders. Okay. Don't sleep with no players on your team. I have to say that because you never know. Ain't that right? Y'all saw the Diddy documentary. You don't know who's doing what. Okay. Stop thinking that people don't do that because they do. Jerry Sandusky. Y'all remember Jerry Sandusky, who was over there with Joe Paterno over there at Penn State? Okay. Yeah. What was he doing? Doing exactly what I just said with the players. Let's not get it misconstrued, homie. Okay. So, hey, man, he's locked up. He's going to get charged. And you would think on the surface, how are you going to go to jail for adultery? Because basically what you did is adultery against the law. It all depends. Okay. The act of adultery isn't against the law, but what did you do? You were committing this act while you were what? Threatening people, while you were threatening to unalive people and unalive yourself and breaking into people's houses, breaking and entering, all kinds of shit. Nah, dog. Why don't you just go ahead and sit there and think about how you ruined your life? How you ruined your life over some buns, bro. And you know what? Hey, man, I've seen worse. I've seen people ruin career opportunities. I've seen people get lose college scholarships and opportunities to go and make themselves professional athletes because they got the wrong one pregnant. I've seen it all. Child custody. I've seen false accusations. Dudes getting arrested that they didn't do shit. Man, I've seen it all, bro. But the only thing that I haven't seen is me being involved. I'm always like the guy standing next to the guy or the guy standing next to the guy who's standing next to the guy. But when it came to me, bro, I didn't play those games, man. I didn't get myself involved with people like that. I didn't try to think I was slicker or bigger than the program. The program is the program, dog. Either you fit in or you're going to be put in. Okay. That's what it is. All right. So that's pretty much what I had to say about it. That's everything we know at this point, man. Sherrone Moore, he's done. Okay, he's not going to get. Ime Udoka got another chance. He, head coach over with the Houston Rockets. He got another opportunity. Took him about a year or two, but he in his situation, he was sleeping with the executive's wife. I mean, hey man, shoot. I mean, if you're gonna do something, I guess you're gonna do it that way. So he got another chance. Will Sherrone Moore get another chance? I'm sure he will, but it isn't going to be no Ohio State. It ain't going to be no Michigan. It isn't going to be no Alabama. It's not going to be no SC. It's not going to be no Cal Berkeley. He might be able to get a job at, he wouldn't even be able to get a job at Boise State. He might get at Appalachian State or some shit like that, bro. Okay, maybe he'll get a job over there at Appalachian State where it's cold as shit. You got 3 people in the stands. Okay, so that's what's going on with that, man. Let me read you guys' comments, see what's going on with you guys, man. But like I said before, man, I'm just in here chilling. I needed to bring it up. Y'all wanted to know what I thought about it. And if you're coming in late, Sherrone Moore, hey, bro, welcome to the L party. That's it. You made your choice. It didn't work. You failed. You got to live it down, bro. But all this trying to threaten folks because you made a mistake, nah, dog. You must have loved buns more than you love football. I mean, shit. Okay? I'm just being honest. All right? And guess what? You don't even get that anymore. You lost 2 sets of buns. Because the other girl, I guarantee you the wife ain't coming back. And I guarantee you the other girl, if she decides, if she's pregnant, allegedly, she going to have that baby and you got to pay, bro. So now you're going to have 4 kids with no job. I mean, damn. You might as well stay in there. If it was me, I'd just be like, hey, man, just let me stay in here, bro. Just let me stay in here. Okay, where you been? Your bail has been reached, Mr. Moore. Nah, dog. Tell him I don't want it. Tell him I just want to stay in here because you're going to be better off in jail than you are coming out. You come out, bro. Dude, TMZ and everybody else, they're going to be following you around, bro. You don't want that kind of smoke, man. All right, man. Let me read you guys' questions, man, real quick, man. But I definitely wanted to come in and just make that crystal clear to you, man. I don't feel sorry for nobody that is not the women and the kids. Outside of that, man, hey, man. Hope it was fun. I hope it was worth it. All right, man. Read these comments, man. Okay, what's going on, man? It's bright out here. I could barely see. 53, what's going on, big dog? What's happening? What's happening? Justin Sizzle in the building. Okay, salute to the goons in the chat. Mario Ruiz in the house, man. What's going on? Okay, you said you haven't heard this story. Hey, man, it's all over everywhere, man. It's all over everywhere. It is really, the story's really bizarre, bro. Really bizarre. You get caught cheating, which happens every day, man. Men get caught and people get caught. Women get caught cheating every day, B. You know, big deal, dog. You get caught slipping. It is what it is. It's part of the game, man. You don't get to play the game and cheat the game. That's what it is. The game's to be sold, not told. The game is to be played, not slayed. You got slayed in the game, dog. It is what it is. You don't get to push the reset button, man. This ain't PlayStation. You don't get to reset the game when you lose it. Nah, you lost the game. You got to deal with it. Okay? Straight up. All right, man. Salute, man. What's going on? All right, man. Let's get these likes up. What's going on? Mike Hurd in the building. What's going on, bro? Hey, man. I'm just chilling. Man. What's going on? Mo Ross in the house. What's happening? Okay. All right, man. They said, what's good? Stuffed up on a coach, man. A new in jail. I mean, come on, bro. You got to go to. You going to jail over that, bro? He's not going over jail for cheating on his wife. He's going to jail because of the threats. Breaking into somebody's house. You can't threaten somebody's life, man, because you got caught cheating. Come on, bro. You got to understand the repercussions. You got to understand the rules. I don't got no problem with anything any man does as long as he's willing to live it down. You do whatever you want to do, bro. I'm not here to be a moral judge. Do what you want. But don't cry, man, when it don't work. And I'm seeing that, you know, the level of manhood that's out there when you make a a whole plausible decision. You make a whole decision to do what it is that you shouldn't have did, and then it doesn't work out. Now you want to cry. Now you want to threaten everybody. Nah, dog. Keep that same energy, because if it would have worked, you wouldn't have been walking around. You would have still been the coach of Michigan. You would have had two sets of girls, two sets of families. Everything would have been hunky dory. You would have been all good in the hood. But then, since it didn't work out, now you want to threaten people and do all that type of shit, break into people's houses. No, dog. You're a criminal, dog. You need to keep your ass in there. Firefighter Jimmy, what's going on? I heard big trade rumor that the Vikings might trade for Burrow with McCarthy, man. Might be the, and I heard a little bit about that too, man. I don't know, man. You need to be talking to Mike Hurd. Mike Hurd's on here. Hey, Mike Hurd. Mike Hurd is the who day. What's this about Joe Burrow being traded for McCarthy? Let me hear what you got to say about that, because Mike Hurd's gonna be talking from the other side. All right, it's good being here. All right, man. Whittington Thomas in the building. What's going on, big dog? All right, man. Blitz, what's going on, Blitz? What's happening? I'm chilling. Yusuf, Mel Tucker got another chance. I mean, dude, man, at the end of the day, dude, you never know what's going to happen, man. Sometimes when you just play your position, bro, and you play your position right, man, opportunities presents itself, you know? And when they present themselves, you need to be hitting home runs, bro. Hey, man, somebody falls out the lineup, bro. Okay, it is what it is. All right? You never know, okay? So you always got to be ready for an opportunity, man. 53, what's happening? All right, man. Bushido, what up, Shaq? Michigan fan. I guess he didn't learn from Mel Tucker or Urban Meyer. Yeah, like I said, man, you got to understand, bro, that when you're dealing with college football, you got to really be careful, bro, when you're messing around with these co-eds and these girls, bro. Like, you got to be careful, dog. I mean, even when I was in college, bro, I mean, I'm going to keep it a buck, man. I was really out there, bro. I was really about that life. I had a full a full schedule. I ain't work. My parents paid for all my school. I had to work. I had a dope ass car. I had my own apartment by myself. I was just acting a fool, bro. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't spend a lot of time messing with girls on campus, bro. I can name maybe on 2, 3 at the most, bro. Everybody else went to other schools. I was smart. I'm like, I'm not getting caught up with anything that's happening on the school grounds that I'm going to, because all my other boys was getting caught up. They was getting hemmed up, bro. I remember we was in class, man. The damn university PD came in and arrested one of these cats right in front of everybody, man, because he was accused of some date rape. I was like, I ain't messing none of these crazy ass girls on this campus, dog. I just had other girls from other places, other schools. There was plenty of community colleges, and there was plenty of other universities all over. Drive your ass down here to see me. I wasn't doing that. So that's what it is, bro. You got to be careful when you're messing around on those college campuses, bro. You got to watch it, because they can, I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't want to say something crazy, but in my mind, just look at my face. Anything is subject to change. Yesterday's price is not today's price. What happened yesterday don't count today. If you get what I'm saying. Oh yeah, that was then. This is now. And you know what? Hey, should have thought it through, bro. Hey, Shaq, you want to go to this toga party? No. Hey, Shaq, you want to come over here and go to this soiree over here at the sorority house? No. I'm not drinking kegers with you guys. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm going over there. I'm going somewhere else. Okay, I'm definitely not going to be walking around girls that's in my American History 101 class. I'm cool. Nope. I see you across campus. I heard the story. Yeah, I know what's going on. Nah. Okay, I know you went in that dorm room last night, but no. It will not be me. But then again, I'm not Sherrone Moore. I'm not Urban Meyer. And I'm not Mel Tucker. Okay, and I'm not Ime Udoka either. All right, so it is what it is. All right, okay. Sorry to hear that, Bushido, man. I'm a USC fan, man. I hope that nothing happens with my squad. All right, man. Okay. All right, man. About to walk back and get in the next live. Okay, big, do your thing, big dog. Okay, 50. What's good? I'm chilling. Okay. All right, man. Jamal, what's going on? Jamal, what's happening? How about them Cowboys? Good to see you, bro. Always, bro. Always. Burrow is here. He's not going anywhere. $50 million a year. So there you guys go. So there you go, Firefighter Jimmy. You just heard from our resident Who Day, who says that Joe Cool ain't going nowhere. All right, 50 million per. He ain't going nowhere. You guys got JJ McKizzle, and that's who you got. JJ McCarthy, that's your quarterback, and that's it. Jamal said, I love San Diego State. Let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you something. I know people who went to San Diego State, man, and I was like, how in the hell did you get out? Even back when I was in college, which was in the 80s, bro, San Diego State was the biggest. San Diego State and Chico State. Those two schools were the biggest party schools ever, bro. Nobody partied. Northern California, up there in Humboldt County, up there where all the sticky icky was at, and San Diego. Man, I knew a cat, man, that I played in high school with college basketball, man. He he got a full ride, not academic. He got a full academic scholarship to Cal Berkeley. He flamed out in year one, kicked out in year one for his grades because he just was partying like a fool. And then he went up to Chico and flamed out there. I was like, how in the hell do you get kicked out of Chico State, bro? But he did. But I heard a whole bunch of stories about San Diego State. I heard that shit was crazy out there, bro. And did you get your degree, Jamal, or are you still working on it? Okay, because that's one of those, yeah, man, I'm about 40 credits away from my degree type schools. Okay. Shit, I did everything I could till I got mine. I'm like, man, I'm gonna stay here till I get my degree, got my degree, and didn't look back. All right. But shit, San Diego State off the hook. All right, man. I'm telling you. All right, what's it say here? All right, man. The Bengals, Broken Borough, we suck. Yeah, I know, man, but you guys ain't worse than us. All right, man. I was in the Navy and I enjoyed college life. Oh, okay, you was in the Navy, so yeah, so you had to keep your nose clean, bruh. Okay, but yeah, man, shit. One of my boys, he was on the submarine. He's on that submarine, man. He said, man, shit. When they would come out of that, they'd be on that submarine for 6 months. He said, man, when they got that damn leave, they was wild. It didn't matter where they was at, bro. They get off the damn boat, the damn submarine, and them girls was waiting for me. Them girls was waiting, bro. Them dudes had their checks ready to go. They was just like, I'm ready to pay for whatever. Okay, so yeah, man. I mean, Dago, man. I heard a lot of stories about Dago, man. Be honest with you, man, that was a place I should have went to when I was younger, but I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been in too much trouble. Too much trouble down there, dog. I was doing too much in the Bay. I was doing too much in the Bay. I would have went down to Dago. I would have really been doing too much, bro. Okay, so, yeah, man, it is what it is. Bill Holloway, hey Bill, hey man, you said you was gonna let me know what's going on. I know you was up in that rain last night, bro. Okay, you probably in a damn rowboat somewhere. Okay, collecting your neighbors. Bill's up there up in Washington State where there's a whole bunch of flooding up there. So man, like I said before, bro, I know all your unfiltered unfiltered gear didn't get wet. I know that. I know you threw all that shit in there. Okay, threw that shit threw the wife and threw everything else in there. Okay, and you make sure that all that merch that you got is definitely not wet. All right, I already know that part. All right. Okay. Yeah, you was one of the passport bros. Dude, like I said before, man, it was a blessing and a curse that I didn't do certain things. There's a blessing and a curse. There's a blessing that I did not. You get a passport because, shoot, man, I was doing too much. I do that. First I'd go to Hawaii, turn up, L.A. turn up, went to Atlanta, turned up, Chicago turned up. I stayed pretty much domestic. Went down to Virgin Islands, went to Puerto Rico, went to Jamaica, went to Grand Cayman. I stayed in this hemisphere. But I should have took my ass over the pond, bro. I should have went. Oh my God! Because when I went over there, I was already married. But I was over there. I'd have been like, man, I've been over here acting a fool. I would have came back talking with a British accent and shit. It there's no reason to get caught up over one girl, bro. Like, yeah, you love her. It didn't work out, but get your passport, man. Go on a little trip. Once they find that you're American, man, you can't get rid of them, dog. They camp out in front of your hotel, wait for you to come out. Trying to tell you, man. Okay, but yeah, man, Sherrone Moore, that's what he gets. That is exactly what he gets. I don't feel sorry for the brother. I feel bad for the young ladies because, you know, ladies in that position, man, they believe that you're really saying what you're saying. Okay, they believe you, man. For her to jeopardize her job and jeopardize her reputation and her situation. She believed this guy. And, like I said before, there's people that's trying to co-sign, people trying to say, oh, it's because, if he wasn't this and she wasn't that, it wouldn't be this serious and all that kind of stuff. I believe that too. I think that the racial dynamic is playing heavily in it, but you got to know. You got to know. It's his job to know that. He's the black person. He's the black person that's involved. So, hey, you can't help who you love. I agree. Love comes in all colors and all of that. True. Everybody's entitled to love who they want to, marry who they want to, have kids what they want to. You shouldn't be fooling with them. But I only know being a black man. And as a black man, you have to understand that there is a repercussion. Everybody don't feel that way. Everybody isn't going to be Martin Luther King about that shit. Okay? So you better be ready to not be getting caught with your hand in the cookie jar. You need to be doing shit and making sure that you got your shit on right. So when somebody does come for you, there ain't nothing they can do because all your shit is right. But when your shit is janky, it just makes it worse. It just makes it absolutely worse that you're in that position. Okay? Telling you, man, you got a responsibility. Black man, brown man, purple man, polka dotted, spotted, dotted, striped man. You know what I'm saying? Argyle man. Okay? You got to, even Caucasian man, any other man, you got a responsibility to know what it is you're getting yourself into. You don't get we're not feeling sorry for you unless you are a real victim. If you're a real victim, we can definitely give you some sympathy. We can't bail you out. We can't call an attorney. We can't be a character witness for you at all. But what we can do is feel sorry for you, all right? Because I'm not helping none of y'all when it comes to no buns. Y'all should know better. Okay? But if you knew better, you'd what? You do better, all right? So, man, I don't feel sorry for that brother, man. You had a whole Michigan job. You had everything. Man, there's too many. Too many, bruh. Come on, man. You could have went to Ohio State and you would have still had your job. Okay? You went to Ohio State, you still could have had your job. You could have went to some other school. Michigan State. Come on, man. Michigan State is down the street. We go to Michigan State and turn up. Okay, but nah, man, it's just too easy, bro. It's right there, bro. Who's looking? Who's gonna? And guess what? You got caught up. He got caught up. It wasn't no just go over there, clap, leave. Nah, he was in it. He was living in it. You know what I'm saying? He just went in there, dog, and just took the leasing sign down. What are you doing, honey? This is a wrap up in here. This my shit right here. He set his flag down. Boop, this is me. You can't have that job and do that at the same time, dog. Who raised you, big dog? I know your mama didn't. I know your mama told you not to do it, but you did it anyway. All right, crazy as hell. All right, man. Okay, man. So yeah, man, that's all, man. I definitely want to come in and just say what it was, bro. Okay. Yeah, man. He's not an HNIC at all, bro. No. Because if he was HNIC, he wouldn't have been in that position. Okay. He got played. He played himself. Okay. All right. What does Khaled say? Congratulations, you played yourself. I mean, congratulations, you played yourself, bro. No, you lost your job and your wife and your kids and your potential other girl and allegedly kid because you didn't play the shit right. Got to play the game right, bro. The game has to be played correctly. Okay? We understand y'all want to tank. You think tanking's going to help. You think it's giving you an advantage. But the game, you don't respect the game. The game don't respect you. As long as you keep thinking that you're bigger than the program and you could skirt around and you can find a shortcut instead of taking the road with got the damn paving on it and the signs and everything, you want to take the side road because the homie said, hey man, we go down this dirt road is quicker and we never see you or hear from you again. Said, go on this road at your own risk. You think you're bigger than the program. We haven't seen you since, bro. Okay? So that's what's going on. That is everything we know at this point. And there'll be more coming out. And we'll leave it at that. All right? So, hey, man, love all y'all out there, man. I'm just here so I don't get fined, but I wanted to bring that up and talk to you about it and tell you what I knew and what I thought. And as I said before, man, it's an unfortunate situation, but somebody's responsible. And unfortunately, it's Sherrone Moore. Matt the Shack Unfiltered.